Hey guys, this is a video on how to run with a weighted vest. So, the first thing that you should know is that your running mechanics shouldn't change whether you have a weighted vest or not. That is the first thing. And so, in order for that to happen, you have to be very intentional about it. So, what will happen is that as soon as you're adding load, you're gonna start bending on the hips a little bit, right? You're gonna start piking, and that's when a lot of people is gonna start feeling a little bit of tightness in the lower back. Maybe not doing your running with a vest workout, but the next day and so on. So what I like to think when I'm running with my vest, and what I tell my athletes is to use their vest to their advantage, right? So running is falling, and the more angle of falling, the faster you go, the more weight you have, the faster you're gonna be able to go. That means that your focus should be on just the basics of running and in using gravity and the extra weight to help you run a little faster. So what you should be prioritizing when you're running with a vest is being able to fall. The more you fall, the more effortless your run will be, the faster you will go without having to add a lot of effort. What does happen and what is important? As we said, the tendency is going to be to pike at the hips. So you have to be very conscious about squeezing your butt and still keeping a nice aligned body, right? So that the fall is effective and so that you're going forward. That is the first consideration and is the most important. So just focus on the same running mechanics that you have as if you normally would do it. Of course, the cadence and the way you pull your leg up shouldn't change. And if you want to review a little bit of those concepts, check my other videos there, or like all the other videos out there that are about the pull of the leg, the pose position. That none of that shouldn't change. But the thing that you should focus the most is in that falling, right? Now, there's other questions that come often when we're talking about running with a vest, and is how to do with the vest, how tight should it be, where should your arms be, and so on. The arms and how loose you want it is a lot. There's a lot of personal preference there. I'm not gonna debate what your personal preference there is. I personally, because I'm falling, I can rely on my arms in keeping the vest here, and that helps me falling. But I also know that means that I'm tiring a little bit my arms, and I also know that means that I'm not very loose on my shoulders, which are minuses there. So it just allows me to fall better, right? And so that's a consideration that you can use. How tight or not, it's a difficult balance. So the cat now wants to talk. Cat, get out of here. Let me just keep the cat out of the video. Bye, cat. So the advantage of having the vest loose is you're gonna be able to breathe more. The disadvantage is that it's gonna start hitting you in the chest. That actually makes your breathing a little bit harder, right? And so I feel like the tighter you can go while you can do belly breathing, the better. Honestly, the inflation of the chest, depending on the kind of vest that you're using, but the inflation of the chest, right, like this part, is not really where your breathing should be. Your breathing should be here in the belly, right? And so I should be creating room in my lungs by pushing all my organs down, not my chest out, right? And so I don't think the best, unless you're like choking yourself, the tightness of the chest is actually going to interfere that much with that. So I always tell my athletes, just push when you inhale, push the belly down and feel this area, even though you're not feeling that area, you're feeling the lungs. But like if you think about expanding this area, the lungs are gonna have room to go expand down, and that is awesome because you don't want to do chest breathing. So when talking about the consideration of the moving of the vest, I always like as tight as you can while you still can breathe normally, right? Just because that way it's just part of your body. And again, the hand position is going to be a little bit of personal, with this allowing you to fall more and kind of like keeping that torso good, but you know, like you also don't have to commit to any of that part. The main things are still the main things, right? The main goal is still the main goal. So good falling with a pelvis and a spine aligned, good pulling, and apart from that, remind yourself that the added weight just raises your heart rate a little bit more, but the effort is not that different from just running. So keep repeating yourself that in your head. That will be important, and that is it. Hope this helps.